The road leading up to Gervonta Davis's fight with Hector Garcia wasn't an easy one. There were a series of outside situations attempting to make him falter and take his eyes off the prize. I want to ask you to place yourself in his shoes and recall a time that you were on the midst of achieving something great, but someone or something tried to derail you. How did you feel? If you've never felt anything like that before, how would you feel if the same derailment happened to you or someone you love? Here are two strategies that Tank's enemies used against him that the devil may try to use against you in your life if he hasn't already. The goal of this message is for you to be aware of the tricks of the devil and come out of the attacks with a victory. Strategy number 1. The devil will use those close to you to take you off course. Tank was taken into custody and charged for a false allegation of domestic altercation. His mugshot was plastered all over the internet, and various people called him every name under the sun. Vanessa, the mother of his child, then came out and admitted that she was lying about the events, and it was even shown by Tank himself via social media that she was the actual aggressor. He was watching movies with his daughter, as a responsible father should do, and the woman that should have been supporting him in a stressful time leading up to the biggest fight of his career was used by demonic forces to terrorize him in an attempt to ruin his reputation. There was once a woman named Delilah, who was the wife of a man named Samson. Samson was known for his strength and knockout power, just like Tank is. And Delilah attempted to get him to reveal the secret of his strength, which for Samson was his long hair. She took advantage of his trust in her and sold him out to his enemies so they could finally defeat him. In return for her betrayal, she was given 1,100 shekels of silver, each from 5 different men. With inflation, that would translate to millions today. She cut off his hair while he was asleep one day. Once she cut off his hair, Samson's enemies captured him due to his strength leaving with his hair. They poked out both his eyeballs permanently, blinding him, shackled him to bronze chains, and forced him to drag a grinding stone in a filthy prison for the rest of his life. Delilah's name has since become known as a voluptuous, grimy, and treacherous woman. In Tank's situation, Vanessa tried to play the role of Delilah, but in his case, the strength his Delilah tried to take from him was positive public opinion in order to get him canceled and imprisoned like Samson. But unlike Samson, Tank was able to stay focused and rise to the occasion. The devil has a strategy to destroy you in your weakest moment when your guard is down. Tank's guard was down because he was watching Frozen with his daughter. A man is most vulnerable when spending personal time with his daughter especially. The devil will use those close to you, the Vanessas, on your journey toward breakthrough. Be watchful and discerning for the Delilahs that may be lurking in your life. Strategy number 2. The enemy will try to belittle your desires and achievements. Undisputed lightweight champion Devin "The Dream" Haney released sparring session footage of himself supposedly dominating Tank's opponent, Hector Garcia. The footage was from years prior during one of Devin's training camps. Devin released his footage in order to create a narrative that even if Tank were to be victorious against Hector, it wouldn't matter because he was fighting a bum in Devin's eyes. The narrative created by Devin is far from true. And as we know, The devil creates fake narratives as well, in order to discourage us and take us off focus. In biblical history, there's a man named Joseph who was chosen and shining like Tank has been for some years now. The same way that Tank, with the help of Coach Calvin, have a vision to be on top, Joseph had a vision as well that was given to him by God. His brothers didn't like that vision, and they didn't like to see Joseph shining with his coat of many colors. So they set out to destroy him and even kill him out of envy. But instead of killing him, they ended up selling him into slavery for 20 shekels of silver, the equivalent of $5 or $6 today. Joseph went from being a slave to the Egyptians to eventually becoming the governor of all of Egypt. Gervonta is on the cusp of accomplishing a mighty goal in the sport of boxing. And Devin chose the role of Joseph's brothers, who undervalued his potential out of envy. Be aware of the discouragers and the people who desire to belittle the achievements that you work so hard for. This is a form of envy. In conclusion, in no way am I saying that Gervonta is Samson or Joseph, as he is his own man. The point of this breakdown is to illustrate the strategies of the devil utilizing some of Tank's recent adversities and its ability to overcome them. The devil knows your capabilities and potential for victory. God has called us to be fruitful, and every good and hard-earned promotion comes from God. Satan will use whatever necessary to keep you away from your purpose. It could be your wife like Samson, or your brothers like Joseph. Keep your coach Calvins close. They are the people that walk with you and not against you. The people that you know have your best interest in mind. Stay protected in prayer and have faith that the Lord will do the rest. Stand strong and the victory is yours. Thank you for watching. Be blessed, be purposeful.